Hey guys, it's Jen here, and I wanted to make a video about some things that are on my mind, and maybe it will offer inspiration and motivation to those that watch it, and if not, whatever, I don't care. But this is about the power of our story and the power of us, and just being vulnerable and sharing things that aren't necessarily accolades that we're like, yay, I did that, or I was that kind of person. And for me personally, what this really truly means is opening up and sharing the fact of that I suffered from depression, that I used to self-harm, that I was a binge eater, that I was in shitty relationships, that I was like, I remember being in like the third grade, and I was really poor, and I had hand-me-downs from like my aunt's boyfriend's stepkids with the shoulder pads. I remember cutting them out because they looked dumb, and being a part of the cool girl circle, which I had no idea how I got into it. But I remember them manipulating me, and one of them staying over at my house, and they got me to talk shit about our like main girl in our group. And this was the first time of many in my life where I didn't trust people. And I went to school, and the girl had told the main girl everything I said. And instead of defending myself and saying, like, well, she was right there with me talking about you too, I did the thing that continually haunts me to this day, is when I'm faced with confrontation, I shut down, and I just don't say anything. And I was very infamous for going underneath my school desk and crying. That was like my trademark in school. Things that I would do, I remember giving my friends gifts. So I would give my friends like teddy bears, or like $2, like, money and stuff to like befriend me again. And so dealing with that early on in my life, when I moved on to my later high school years, I was never confident in myself. I never felt like I belonged anywhere. And I just wanted to be accepted so badly, because I would always get like rejected by people. I'd always have different friends every year. I'd have friends that would be, or I'd know people in my class that would be friends with the same people over and over again. And I would always have different friends. They would just rotate every year. I was just used to that. And so that's a part of my story that I really hate, because I was always so like shy and so worried about what everyone else was going to think of me, and to be accepted, and to not look like an idiot. And so when I found Turbo Kick, and I became an instructor, and I became an area promotions director, these were still things that I struggled with. But I had found an outlet to make myself become the type of person that I always wanted to be. I always wanted to be like the center of attention, confident, know exactly what to say, somebody that people wanted to be around, a type of person that people wanted to emulate. Like, I remember feeling like that every time I did instruct. And so when I got to a point where people that would meet me now in the present day, they would just see this, and they wouldn't know any of that embarrassing stuff of not being accepted, being an outcast, being depressed. Somebody that I remember, late at night, my parents would go to bed. I was an only child, and just eating like a whole box of cereal, or that big container party platter of sugar cookies, and just eating until it didn't taste like anything anymore. And I would be just like so full, and I keep eating. And the same feeling with like when I used to harm myself, it really hurt. But I'd rather have something physical that I could feel in that moment than like that. If you've ever like had that feeling, like maybe if you went through a breakup or something, and you're just so sad, and it hurts so, like, you feel literally like your heart is like crushing down, like your heart feels like it's gonna like explode, like you feel like, it's really hard to describe, but that just like, like that uncomfortable feeling of just not liking yourself. And I just never wanted people to know that about me. And I wanted to seem like I had it together, because that's what I was told to do when I first became an area promotions director. You had to pretend like you're Cinderella, or, you're perfect, and you don't have any flaws. And I never saw anyone be super open with the things that they were going through. And so, there's power in that. There's power in sharing yourself with others. And I feel that, I'm inspired more by actual stories and things that people give as examples that make me relate to them better. Because I like those weird people that have gone through something. I like people with adversity. I like people that have faced challenges and they've overcame them, or they want to overcome them, and they're taking the steps to do it. Because we're not perfect, and we're not meant to be perfect. And so I can't remember what the point of this video was, other than if you've watched it this far, to remember that you're special, and whatever you've gone through, it's been for a reason, and you have so much greatness inside you, and you're going to inspire other people. And it doesn't have to be through this avenue of fitness, but it's our mission to make this world a better place to live in, because we're all just humans. We're all just people, regardless of our finances or our status or where we live, what kind of car we drive. We're all people, and we only get one precious life to live. This is it. I mean, I don't know what your beliefs are, but all I know is that I'm promised this moment. That's it. I'm not promised tomorrow. And to live life boldly. So, me and Lucy are going to close it out. Have a great night. And dare greatly and be you.